Hello! So, today I'm not actually going to be doing a beautiful video. Instead, I'm going to be doing Rosianna's, that's youtube.com/Rosianna, YouTube ladies survey for 2013. There are some really interesting questions and you don't have to be female to get involved. Rosianna asks that everyone uses the hashtags ladiessurvey and women on YouTube. But that's pretty much the only prerequisite. So the first question is, do you think that the internet is a harder space for women and why? And is it helpful to acknowledge that? It's interesting because in many ways I would actually say that the internet is safer for women as a place to interact and collaborate and create and thrive than the real world is. There are so many resources for trans women, women of colour, and just womankind as a whole that are so much more readily available than in the real world. But it's weird because on one side you have this respected and educated place where women can interact to the full in such an easy way. And yet on the other side you have the people who run the Unilad Facebook group, those who send death threats and rape threats on a daily basis, or just people making disgusting comments about women in general. And that sort of stuff just undeniably does not happen to men on the same level. And I do think that it's helpful to acknowledge that the internet is a harder place for women, because although in general I really do loathe the useless phrase raising awareness, in this scenario it does actually kind of help, because the more people who acknowledge that the internet is tougher for women than it is for men, the more we can work towards making it safer and less bigoted and just more enjoyable and easier in every way. Question 2 is, what is the most helpful book or article you've read or film you've watched or video you've seen this year about womanhood? Well, about a month ago I bought this book, 50 Shades of Feminism, and oh my god. It's a compilation of original works by 50 of the most brilliant women in the world, from Camilla Batman-Gelage to Sandy Togsvig to Margaret Atwood, Helena Kennedy, Tamima Anam. It's just such an amazing read. I've been reading it for quite a while, but because the majority of the works are short essays, it's really easy to dip in and out of. And it is an emotional roller coaster. Like, seriously, some points I literally laughed out loud, and other stories are really upsetting and distressing, but really make you feel that thing, you know, when you get the fire of anger and passion. It's just really great. And it's similarly diverse in terms of opinions. For example, some essays completely dismiss and criticise the inspiration for the book's title, of course, 50 Shades of Grey, while others praise it for giving women a way to experience eroticism. And that's why the book's so helpful, because it really encourages an acknowledgement that feminism as a movement isn't just one body all agreeing on every single point, but millions and millions of individuals with massively varying viewpoints, most of them just as valid as each other. The third question is, do you think that a focus on supportive networks for women online is beneficial to or hurtful to the cause? And personally, I think that anything that provides a way for women to interact and support each other can only help. I get the opposing argument that it does in a certain way encourage a degree of separation between women and men, and therefore it could be seen as counteractive. But helping out other women online isn't giving them some kind of advantage over men, it's just trying to level the playing field. It only works to equalise. With the Wonderly videos, for example, so many female YouTubers are being given opportunities that statistics unfortunately show us just aren't usually awarded to women in the same way they are to men. The penultimate question is, what have you done to support female creators in the past year? Do you think things are better now? And what do you pledge to do this coming year? In the past year, I've definitely taken more of a proactive role in supporting women on YouTube. I've been following the activity feeds of the YouTube ladies that I'm already subscribed to, seeing which videos they're liking and commenting on, seeing if I can find any new content creators and therefore new channels to subscribe to. I've tweeted out videos that have mysteriously failed to appear in sub boxes. I've made sure to do more commenting and liking myself than ever before, and I think things are genuinely better than they were last year. What do I pledge to do in the coming year? Continue more of the same, subscribing to more female content creators, not paying as much attention to the number of subscribers, and actually continuing to upload videos myself. And finally, the fifth question, your 5 favourite internet females. I have so many favourite internet females. Just 5, right, okay. Hannah Witten, who is absolutely hilarious and brilliantly body and sex positive, and therefore anything one could want from a YouTuber. Similarly, Ophelia Daggett is brilliant and probably one of the funniest people I'm subscribed to. Tyrannosaurus Lex or Lex Croucher. All of Lex's videos are great and really entertaining, but the videos of her recent trip to a Syrian refugee camp are just on a whole other level. The videos themselves are pretty upsetting, but it's so good of her to go out there and expose this horrifying situation. So please, please, please go and watch those videos. Erin Gibson, who makes up half of the best podcast I have ever listened to, Throwing Shade. Ugh, it's so funny and really informative, and it makes me so mad, but I love it. I'll play you the intro so you get an idea of what the show's about.
Hi, I'm homosexual Brian Safi.
And I'm feminasty Erin Gibson, and this is Throwing Shade, where we take a weekly look at all the issues important to ladies
And gays.
and treat them with much less respect than they deserve.
You should really, really go and check it out. And finally, number 5. It isn't really in order, but this one is definitely my favourite. It's Lacey Green. The first video I watched of Lacey Green was called You Can't Pop Your Cherry, I think, and it literally blew my mind. I pretty much watched every other video on her channel right away, and she has formed such a massive part of my development into someone who's pretty fucking passionate about body positivity and sex positivity. Thank you so much for watching. Please do go and do the survey yourself. I'll write all the questions down in the description bar so you can access them from there. Just a quick update before I go. I do plan on getting another Beautiful video out before the end of this week, but I'm going to be away Thursday through Sunday, so it may be a couple of days late. Make sure you do subscribe so you don't miss it.